Are you thinking about living in the Philippines? If you're watching this video, then you're probably giving serious thought to living abroad and taking serious time to gather all the financial information you need to make your transition a successful one. If you want real numbers, keep watching. I've lived abroad now for 8 years, 5 years in Thailand, and now 3 years in the Philippines, both in Cebu and now in the greater Metro Manila area. The numbers you'll see here are real and an average of my last 12 months' living expenses. The information presented here is broken down into 3 categories that will help you determine accurately what your future expenses might be and help you better prepare for living abroad. So let's get into it. Looking at our first category here, essential expenses, most items everyone living abroad is going to have to deal with. The first component is rent. I recently renewed my lease agreement, another 1-year contract for a 90 square meter plus 2-story house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It is in a gated community, living across the street from a swimming pool, basketball court, very comfortable. My monthly rent is 25,000 pesos or $424. A comparable property back home where I'm from would cost me about $2,500. And that is a main reason, housing affordability in America, why many people are struggling or even looking to move abroad. As you can see, the difference between 424, 2005, an 83% difference in housing. My electric bill, 3,600 pesos, $61. Back home, $150. Water, 370 pesos, $6. Back home, $80. Wi-Fi, 1,699 pesos, $29. Back home, $75. My cellular plan, I have a base of 1,599 pesos a month. But as I call back home throughout the year internationally, it did bump the base up to 2,668 pesos or $45. And back home, cellular plans are relatively expensive, $122. Groceries, food that I only consume here at the house, 30,100 pesos or $510. Back home, $760. Miscellaneous, dining out, clothing, 2 of the main components of my miscellaneous, 16,598 pesos a month, $281. Back home, $562. When we look at the total here, it is 80,035 pesos a month, $1,356 compared to back home, $4,249. One point I'd like to make here, many people I see on the videos on YouTube, etc., people asking, could I live in the Philippines for $500? As you can see, my base is $1,356. $500, really, honestly, not realistic. Another one I hear and read about, could I live in the Philippines for $1,000? You could possibly stretch and do that. Comfortably, probably not. When you look at the comparisons of rent, I'm paying $25,000, but when I was down in Cebu, my rent was $12,000 a month, about $234 a month. You back off $234 from the $1,356, that puts you in about $1,125. So $1,000, you might be able to do it. Still might not be comfortable. So yes, consider the range of essential expenses. Our second category is discretionary expenses. Should you decide to purchase a motorcycle, scooter, or an automobile, you would have additional costs. I have both. I don't drive a lot, but I still get out and go on both vehicles. Scooter gas currently is about 53 pesos per liter. So for my scooter monthly, 425 pesos or $7. Back home would be about $9. And the scooter insurance, I have full coverage. Now, if you have insurance, if you purchase insurance here, you can get the required Philippine mandatory insurance. It only ranges, it's relatively inexpensive, 300 to 500 pesos for a policy. But again, it's third policy. If you have an accident, you're out on your vehicle. So I have full coverage, scooter insurance. Full coverage on my 2-year bike is about 6,500 pesos now. So 540 pesos a month, $9. Back home, similar motorcycle scooter would be about $58 a month. Again, auto gas, 53 pesos average on a liter, 95 octane, 3,300 pesos, $56. Back home, about $63. Also, again, on the auto insurance, I opt to insure full coverage. Acts of God, Mother Nature, whatever I can get, I insure full coverage. 2-year vehicle, right now, the price was about 32,500 pesos for the year. So monthly is 2,710 pesos, $46. Back home, the auto insurance is extremely expensive. The difference here is $225. Total cost for discretionary expenses, 6,975 pesos, $118. Back home, $355. The third and final category is unexpected expenses, and that would be your medical, optical, dental, and other items. Hopefully, you would not have to step into this. This year, I have gotten into these costs. Medical, I went to the emergency non-life-threatening 2 times this year. First time around was about 10,000. Second time was about 12,005. So my medical, 21,263. That averaged out to 1,802 pesos, or $31. Back home, obviously, much more expensive, about $250. Dental, my total was 56,500 pesos. That did bump up this year. Speaking of dental, you can get a tooth cleaning for about 1,000, 1,500, max 2,000 pesos per tooth on a tooth cleaning. When you get into your extractions, you start looking at about 10,000 to 25 on a more like a molar, more intricate extraction. So my dental, 56.5, that broke down to 4,708 pesos, $80. Back home, $112. Optical, I bought a pair of sunglasses, 22,000. You can get an eye exam here in the Philippines for 500 up to 1,500, max 3,000 for an eye exam. You can buy lenses off the shelf, 5,000, 10,000, but there's a wide range of options that you have here. My optical was 22,000, 1,833 pesos, $31. Back home, $58. I did have legal expenses this year. I went to a lawyer, had 2 deeds of sale for automobiles drafted. That total cost was 8,000. Broke down to 667 pesos, $11, $42 back home. I got into some gadgets this year, bought a new cell phone. So this is an additional cost I normally wouldn't have had. But the cell phone, 83,000 pesos, monthly 6,917, $118, and back home, $138. Another gadget, I bought a new laptop, 97,500 pesos, 8,125 pesos, or $138. Back home, about $135. The total of my unexpected expenses monthly was $24,052, $409. Back home, $735. So is living in the Philippines really cheaper? And if so, by how much? Let's take a look. In the overview here, category 1, essential expenses, my monthly average, 80,035 pesos, $1,356. And back home, that would be about $4,249. and a difference of 69%. Category 2, discretionary expenses, my cost 6,975 pesos or $118. Back home, $355 and another large difference of 67%. The last and third category, unexpected expenses, my cost 24,052 pesos or $409. Back home, $735. That is a better difference, but still more, 45%. And my total monthly expenses, 111,062 pesos or $1,883. Back home, $5,339, a 65% difference. And I would like to point out here, I target 100,000 pesos a month, about $1,700. I did go above for my extra spending and medical this year, but I target 100,000. I think that's safe. You can certainly do less, 50, 75 probably, but you want to be comfortable in retirement. So here's the difference, 65% difference in my household living here in the Philippines. Life is good. So you can see with an overall gap of around 65%, it's clear that day-to-day life in the Philippines can be significantly more budget-friendly compared to many parts of America. Whether you're planning a long-term move, an extended stay, or just a quick trip, understanding this difference can really help you plan smarter and make the most of your experience. Hit that like and subscribe for future information like this. And until next time, take care and happy traveling.